All right, here we are. It's been about a week, but here we are at episode, I believe, 26. I'm honestly probably not even 26. It's been quite a number of these that we've done so far. Um, it is currently, actually, it is our 26th. I was right. But no, yes, this is episode 26 of the Knights of Greebo. Before we get started today, we have some important news to share. Our Warlock Holmes, James, he suddenly told us that he was not able to join. He is planning on going to college and is not going to be able to compete with time zones that they're moving to West Coast. And he also is just will be more busy. And we respect his decision, and obviously he's always welcome at our table or in our Discord call for the sessions. But he will not be any more sessions until he wishes to join. His character will be written today or whenever the fight happens. I will have a proper. I hope to be a proper send off for Warlock's character, but with that being said, there's nothing much I can do as James isn't here to really give the send off that he wants to give. So me as the DM have to do the best of my ability to do whatever I can. I actually should move my camera because I don't know why I was on the other side. All right, well that's it. But in this end, as every good performer knows, the show must go on even when one of the party decides to bounce, and that's completely okay. Everyone else here is still wanting to play, and they are excited for today's session, which of course is improv and not planned out ahead. I hope you guys realize this by now. There is no improv. There is nothing planned. I don't even know if you guys can hear me right now. Can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
You guys are just being quiet. You guys are just being quiet to piss me off. Anyway, but no. With that being said, I think it is about time that we say thank you, James, for playing with us. You're always welcome back. But let's continue the story of Knights of Greebo. So, what the fuck? Hold on. There we go. So, where we last left off, the Knights of Greebo was split into two different parties after Greg pushed Cora through a portal at the mansion, at the haunted mansion, owned by a Blakely Darktusk, or as Bosch knows him, Darius Fairmore. As Cora lovingly expressed themselves, the Pineapple Express crew, Greg and Cora, explored the desert. They came across a humble town of mummies. This town, lovingly called Kabshanif, was a town completely comprised of decomposed and dead mummies living their life as everyday people. They were ruled by a centaur mummy known as Pet Amen Neb Kata. Cora and Greg, through getting hella high on hookah and some clever wording, got audience with this centaur mummy lord, and pleaded to have them help transfer them back to where this big ritual fight is going to take place, before they suddenly were interrupted by prisoners escaping. Now, the people still near this ritual site, Warlock, Javier, Bosch, and Selena, the four of you, or at least the two of you, went and explored inside the actual home of Aberdeen, Bosch's old home, where the Wanderers of Kickersea were holding up for this huge ritual. Warlock and Bosch stayed behind, while Selena and Javier went and scouted. Selena, with some insane rolls and some wonderful deception, got lots of information, lots of magic items, and managed to cause a scene that night, which may have affected some of the people's morale. Javier just killed a bunch of fucking cultists, left the pile of bodies. And yet no one knew the wiser, as always. Yet no one knew the wiser. With that being said, as Selena and Javier came back with their magic and their information in tow, we left them there. But before we go, I'm not going to continue with the ritual party for a little bit, but I do want to write this off. As Selena and Javier were gone, Bosch, do you remember you held the stone, the red stone that was that was important. Do you know where you put it on your person? Okay. I want you to roll a perception check for me.
Oh.
All right. 10 on the die.
You said perception, right?
Yeah.
And oh, 4.
So 14. Okay. Nothing really happens. You are sitting by the fire, and you don't seem to notice anything. And you just stay. Yeah. You also don't know where Warlock is. At least you imagine him close by. It doesn't seem to have left. But you don't look. With that 14. As everyone gets back, though, you guys see Bosch, but you don't see Warlock.
Hey, where's Warlock?
Where is the wizard?
Somewhere around here, I'm sure. Well, you guys up to. How was
It was like really freaking good. Just saying. I mean, I got y'all aren't having the bow. Sorry, that's mine. I got an Afridi chainmail. It's heavy armor. I don't really want to, but if anybody wants it. And then I got this jug that could like has either water or honey. Like you could put just about whatever in it. Like wine will come out. It's insane. I've been playing with it just a little bit.
Is it magical?
It's gotta be. It's gotta be from heaven, man.
I mean, it sounds just like a regular jug. Like put anything in it and it'll come back out.
No, you can get acid out of it. You can get beer, or you can get fucking mayonnaise.
Are you
If it
putting
feels
mayonnaise?
from it.
Wait, so but what do you put in?
You don't put it. You just think of either beer or wine or water, and it appears in this jug. produces it for you.
Can I hold it?
Nice.
I don't know. You gonna give it back?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll hand him the alchemy jug.
I concentrate really hard. I tilt the jug upside down.
And sure enough, 10 gallons
way.
of grease fall out of the alchemy jug and get close to the fire and set the house on fire. And set your campfire on fire. You set your campsite on fire.
Quickly, I upright the jug.
Okay, so it doesn't set on fire. You looked at it, realized it, and just tipped it over back up. There's still a lot of grease on the floor. Just didn't get to the fire, didn't burn everything.
Question. Because it is not, the grease isn't coming from Bosch, it's coming from the jug, would Bosch have to roll a dexterity save?
Yeah, it's grease. You have to roll a dexterity save. It's grease.
Yes, and he's standing in it, yes?
Yeah, so everyone who's now standing in the grease has to roll a dexterity save. That's all you three.
Hey, gummit boss.
Uh,
I got a 13.
Yeah, I'll say you pass. It's grease from an alchemy jug. The DC is like gonna be 10.
I got a dirty
win.
20.
Yeah, you two very much stay up. Bosch, what did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
You slip and you don't fall, but you do slip. And you're just slipping and sliding, but you keep her aloft and you guys don't go prone.
Oh, okay. That's a... Not really wanting to do.
Once again, where did the warlock go?
That is a question.
You didn't see him.
See him?
No.
No.
With that perception, you could not see him. You don't know where he is.
I don't know where he is. But I'm sure he's...
You guys think we should go looking?
I mean, probably. He could have got ganked.
Alright.
I hate it.
I'll say this. If you guys like, go roll investigation or perception just to figure out what happens.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
Say perception or investigation?
Yeah, one of the two.
I got a 10.
I rolled a 16 on my perception.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
I got a 4+.
Okay. So what happens is this. Who got above a 13?
No,
I did.
Okay. Selena and Bosch. It's really hard to actively investigate or perceive anything because the grease is... You still have to focus on the grease on the floor. Javier, you actually note where the grease splattered. There's no footprints, but after the grease, you start seeing footprints leading a little further away outside of the campsite. With a 16, you do see Warlock's tent still there. It hasn't been taken down. It hasn't been opened. It's just there.
Hey guys, I found some footprints. Follow me. I'll follow the footprints.
Yeah. You follow them for a minute, and you look and you realize the direction they're going to is back towards Aberdeen.
Towards Aberdeen.
Towards the ritual site, yeah. Or at least you imagine like back to the city. Don't know if it's at a ritual site.
You guys think we should keep following it from here? It looks like it's going back towards Aberdeen.
yeah.
I mean, the cultists can't do anything because Dark Test didn't bring the gem, so they're looking for another gem in some... Nabin something. I didn't really read it.
Alright.
Got my. You guys mean a gem like this? I pull it out of my.
Shouldn't you
No, you
already know
don't.
that
No, you
No,
don't.
I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't
No,
pull it.
because you pull it, you feel for it, and it's not there.
It's not there. A gem like this.
Bosh, what are you talking about?
No, I swear I had one. Hold on. And I look under my feet.
Nope.
I guess it's not there.
Bosh, can you stop making shit up?
I'm not. I promise.
I promise I didn't take it. I don't remember seeing a gem at all.
Bosh trying to look richer than he is. You guys think we should pick up the pace a little bit? I mean, if Warlock's walking, we should be able to catch up if we do. We go just a little bit faster.
Works for me.
Alright.
Okay. So you guys go and rush a little bit forward. Are you trying to be stealthy right now, or are you trying to just go as fast as possible?
I would say stealthy.
Okay. Roll for me.
Trying to be stealthy, but I'm thinking about my.
Roll for me stealth checks.
Oh, you are
Yeah,
shooting
good.
all over me.
24.
I never.
Well. Thankfully, a
I got
modifier
8.
screwed me this time.
I got an 8.
Okay.
I rolled a 1, but with a +9, so it's 10.
It's still a 1. Still a 1. So you guys, Cora, sorry, Selena.
we were
Sorry.
pretty far away from the camp, right?
I mean,
No.
yes, but
Yeah.
how close do you guys want to get? Do you guys have an idea of where you would go? Do you want to go through this town again, or do you want to try and go around the outskirts? Do you want to follow the footprints?
I think we're gonna follow the footprints.
The footprints start leading, and you see them going to Aberdeen through the ranks of the soldiers.
Mm.
And as you guys are approaching, Selena, you are doing completely fine. You've done this once already, easy. Javier and Bosch, on the other hand, they are not. The moment that you guys walk in, Selena, you get ahead of them, kind of trying to scout the area. Before you just hear, what the fuck? Someone stepped on my hand! And someone else saying, why did someone spill grease all over me? What the fuck? And they look up. Bosch has accidentally spilt grease of the alchemy jug onto someone, and Javier has stepped on someone's hand as they are asleep.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
And now you guys see 39 cultists staring right at you.
Did you just say 39?
Yep.
That's a lot of bullets.
And they look right at you. You're not in disguise. Only Selena's hidden. Everyone else sees Bosch and Javier in the open. And they're like, and they pull their swords out and their weapons. And for the sake of this, because this is combat in itself, do me a favor. Roll a d20 for me. Both of you roll a d20 for me. And
you want initiative or
no, just the d20. And I have one. I rolled the d20 for one half and the other half. Selena, we'll just continue on with you in a moment. Just give me your numbers.
Okay. Where am I? I got a 14.
Okay.
I already know what I'm gonna do if this is a bad roll, so. Hey, Bosch.
Do you want me to roll for you again?
No, I got it.
Okay.
I got an 18.
Okay. We'll get back to you guys in a second. Selena, you are still very much ahead. 24, easy. You don't get spotted. But you do see, as 39 cultist members come rushing down onto Bosch and Javier, causing a lot of chaos. You continue to go forward into the camp. And it dawns on you, as you're walking forward, you've never really checked Warlock's tent. What if they left a note? What if they left something there that could possibly help out your situation or give an insight onto why they did? Instead, you just ran forward and hoping that you could stop them. Because what you see next is... One second. What you see next is pretty traumatizing. You see all 6 members of the Wanderers of Kick Your Seed, and just standing there around a Warlock Holmes, talking to them with the stone in his hand. Do you want to rush forward, or are you gonna hide?
I want to hide and just see. Like, can I get close enough to hear what's happening?
Yeah. You roll me a stealth check.
28.
Yeah. You get close enough to hear everything that's happening. I'm not going to speak in Warlock's voice, but you hear a conversation between all 6 of these leaders and Warlock about, and it's less of Warlock bending to their will and more of they demand answers. They're asking, how is Darius far more involved in this? Or it's like, why is Darius here? What happened to the group? Why Kicker Seed? What is this ideology demand around the ideas of believing in a demon just for it to be summoned into this world? That this concept hasn't existed in any other world that he's lived in. And you hear everyone start laughing at Warlock, calling him weak. And you actually see someone attempt to attack Warlock, and Warlock just takes it. You look. Roll me a perception check.
18.
You look at Warlock's eyes. You know the different personalities of Warlock. As one of the leaders slashes Warlock, you see his eyes turn a shade of blue, then go back to green. And you see like this fight going on now. And you even start to hear the accents. Warlock's personality is changing at a rapid pace. As he's holding this stone, it starts to glow brighter. And none of the kickers, the leaders, notice this. But Warlock just stands there and just starts talking and yelling, especially at Darius, saying that something along the lines of that they trusted him, even though we weren't close friends. Why go out of your way to support some demon that you know isn't real, and wish it into an existence that could hurt people? And Darius says you don't understand, or something. I says something along the lines of you don't understand, and you never will understand, because you always will have different ideologies depending on a roll of the dice. You get to... The conversation goes on for a couple of more seconds. There's no hope for Warlock. It looks like Warlock was meant to make a last stand, but they have taken damage from these leaders by just wanting to talk. And then they do something you don't expect. Warlock takes the stone. The leaders are trying to cut Warlock enough for him to drop the stone. And Warlock takes the stone. And you note that it's jagged. And doing enough damage to render himself unconscious, stabs himself in the heart with the stone. And as he does, you see Warlock's eyes shatter into 8 different colors. All different colors of the irises of his personalities. And they speak as one, saying that if you will never believe me, then so be it with your God. For I may have a personality, but every single one of them supports me for who I am. And as this life essence sucks into this stone, you see the stone start to glow, and Warlock start to go a deep dark red. And the leaders looking are like, no, 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 and they're trying to grab Warlock before Warlock disappears. It's not on this plane of existence. Warlock isn't dead. They just moved on to another story. And the stone in his chest, a dark gray, falls to the ground and shatters. That's all you see. You also then hear a bunch of gunshots and spells as somehow Bosch and Javier straight up killed 39 soldiers, 39 cultists members with their roles, and are fighting their way towards the group. Towards you guys. With that being said, we're going to head now back towards the Pineapple Express crew. Hold on a second. Okay, back to this. So, you guys left off as the leader just said, "What? They escaped?" And looks at you guys like, "I don't know. I know that we just met, but you have to go find these prisoners now. They will help you get back home. I promise you." Yeah. I literally just said that.
I think we need to find.
Look, I literally have no time. I need to go get a search warrant out. Can you go outside and look through and just find them? Can you go look for them and find them, dude? Like, you can look all around the town. We can even give you access toward the prisoner things. We don't know where they are. You need to find them, because if they escape, that's your way out too. Escapes too. I literally just said that.
Don't worry, sir. We're right on it. And Cora kind of grabs Craig and is like, "Come on, let's go."
At least one of your teammates is competent. Thank you. And please report to me when you find them. Or report to my advisors. And he starts immediately talking in a language. He shifts his vocal cords. He starts speaking in a language you don't know to his advisors and everyone else, asking for help. And you guys leave the temple.
Glad we picked up this is.
Yes, Greg. Secret message indeed. Alright, do you feel confident enough if we split up that we can look, or should we stick together?
You know what? I'm sure we can. I think we split up.
Alright.
Alright, I guess we'll split up and try to search for information.
Yeah, of course. I want to say both of you roll a d20 for me, so we can just say who goes first, who will like associate with first for this.
13.
Got a 2.
Okay, Greg, we're gonna start with you. How do you want to? So describe to me what you do to try to find information or find them or do whatever you think. Like, what would your character or you would do in this situation?
Greg is gonna go around the outskirts of the temple, ask anybody maybe see somebody lurking here, suspicious.
All right. Roll me invest. I'll say just roll investigation or persuasion if you're trying to persuade people. But for now, just investigate. So you're going to investigate by asking around, asking people. Yeah. 9. That's not good. You very much. You go and ask some people, and they look at you. It's like, what are you supposed to be? You're just a dragon, and you have no wraps. You have no bones. You're just a dragon with a tail. What is this?
I have bones.
Yes, but there's
You're in
flesh.
my body.
But there's flesh.
I don't have-
Look at me, and they pull up their arm and just wrappings and decomposed flesh. You have live flesh. That is unacceptable here. You're an outsider? Disgusting. You should go. You know what you should do? You should go and get a makeover. You should get resurrected, and then you will be one of us, and we will accept you.
I don't want to die. Do you think I could get some rats?
What? What?
With the wraps, I think I can handle that. I just don't. I don't want to.
No, you need the entire thing.
This is going. Look, have you seen anybody running?
I don't want to talk to you. I'm sorry. I don't speak with live fake people. Bye bye. Goodbye. And they just turn to avoid you. It's very much the same thing with you. You don't get far with a 9. You are gonna need to probably figure out a different way of, let's say, figuring out how to solve this problem.
Clearly not going. Wait. I don't. I will. Religion. Can I get an act of God to tell me where it's going?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I on my knees to pray as hard as I can.
You get on your knees and pray. Roll me a religion check.
11, baby.
Yeah, you get on your knees and pray in the middle of a street, and everyone just looks at you even weirder. And you don't hear anything back. What god do you pray to, by the way? Because I'm pretty sure you're not supposed. Do you guys believe in?
I will pray to the only God who knows. Okay.
You pray to Orinore, and
Pray to Orin.
nothing comes back. You just sit there.
Damn it.
You sit there for a good 5 minutes, praying, occasionally screaming, "Orinore, help me!" and nothing. You go to drink. Okay, you go back to the inn. God, I remember the name for the inn. What the fuck was the name for the inn? I wish I remembered. Give me a second. I don't know. Yeah, I think it was like... God, I wish I wrote it down. But you went back to the inn. And you just go back to drinking. Cora, what do you do?
Cora's gonna kind of ask around a few, I guess, people in the market square to see if they've seen anybody sort of suspicious or shady, kind of dodgy characters.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll an investigation or persuasion as well.
I'll go with persuasion.
Hi, Alyssa.
28.
Yeah, easily. And I'm in the middle of a session right now. Oh, that's really cool. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a session. Can we like? Thank you. That's so fucking weird. Why did she do that? Anyway, no, 28, yeah, easily enough. These people actually, for some reason, see you and they're like, they don't give the same disrespect towards you as they did to Greg. But, what questions do you ask in particular?
I guess just she sort of describes what the information she's been given on how these guys might appear, and just sort of if anyone's seen anything unusual or out of the ordinary.
Okay. You go up to a particular, like, couple of people. They are just mummies of different shapes and sizes. There's nothing really in particular about them. But they do say, yes, well, I was, how do I describe it? I did notice them as they, I did notice some people coming out of the chapelle, or the pyramid, as we called it. A couple of minutes ago, they were running through the street, and they looked like they were in a hurry. They had red robes, saying something about Kickersey be with us, and they had with them, it was 2 human males with flesh, and then 1 frog.
Interesting. And you said they went which way?
Oh, just that way, and they point back towards the center of town.
Okay. Or a sort of like, bows or does some sort of like thankful sort of gesture and says, I thank you very much and have a wonderful day, and you look wonderful. You
Yes,
look
of
great.
course. May the Lord be upon you. Hold on. May Pet Amendi, fuck shit balls, fuck. May Pet Amen Nebkata be upon you, or something. If you need anything, please. My name is Loquacious.
Nice.
It's not actually. I just wanted to sound cool. I don't have a name. I lost my name a long time ago.
Good name, stick with it.
Good. Thank you. I'll say with that, you are able to continue looking. You still can't seem to find them. If you'd like, you can. With the 28, you were very successful in knowing where they are. You know they're in the middle of town. What else would you do? Or like to do?
So, Greg, how far is the inn where he's at from where I'm at?
I'd say it's like really close by. Honestly, it's like Greg went to talk to one person and then just went to talk to the next person.
Gotcha.
But you wouldn't know that Greg went to the
again,
inn.
Cora wouldn't know, yeah. Tell you what, Cora's gonna try to, sort of get like a big get together, try to gather all the people in the center of town to sort of either trap these people or, get more of an audience. So she's gonna start performing in the middle of the town square.
Go ahead, yeah,
Very loudly.
Roll performance. I will say, do you want to do it? If you want, do you want to do anything to maybe like improve your performance? On top of that, like you can, I'll let you cast spells. I'll let you like something you want to do.
Let's see here. I guess she's going maybe do a little bit of prestidigitation to sort of create like fireworks and things like that, kind of liven up the show a little bit.
Yeah, I'll say I won't give you advantage, but I will give you a +2 to your roll because of the fireworks. As your play, what type of music do you play, by the way?
Since it's kind of out in the desert, she's gonna play more of like a sort of jovial but sort of Middle Eastern kind of twang sort of thing. Not really lyrical, mostly just instrumental.
Okay, roll with advantage because you said Middle Eastern. Even though that isn't an actual country in this world. Still well with advantage because you got me in my field. All right, roll with advantage. Add +2.
Oh my god. So, okay, I'm glad I rolled with advantage. So that's a 22 plus 2, 24.
Hell yeah, easily enough. You like how in the bar you played a tune. Suddenly you go into the middle of this field or into the middle of the square. And I think I described the square last time. Let me describe it a little bit more in detail. The middle, the center of this town is this huge area. It's very much like, decaying and dying as it is a mummy town. But you see, a lot of people are here. There are different mummies of different shapes, sizes, and races. But you also notice that there are just like in the life, the infrastructure is the most prominent and the most beautiful in the center of town. You can see that there is a lot, as much as it isn't like very pretty, there's a lot of very intricate carvings and infrastructure. For instance, you see that some mummies took the liberty of taking some of the leftover stone from the pyramids and making a little like pyramid tower that has a little square triangle in the center that has a seating area just for people to sit down and relax. And nearby that, there is a pool that is completely dried out, but you see the mummies still hanging out in the pool as there is some shade in there. You also notice that there is a little dog park for the cats and dogs that are mummified, along with the people. And there is actually birds around here that are still dead and undead, but mummies, but still relatively unharmless. And you set yourself up right near this torch post that is very much seen better days, and you start playing your music. And immediately within the first minute, you get a good crowd of 15 to 20 people. They don't have money here, but they start throwing like rotten pieces of food, and sometimes their arms. And for some reason, you're like, I don't get thrown pieces of fruit at me if people like it, but you're seeing them enjoy it. Like they're just like kind of like they have speech and are able to talk, and so you're like yeah, woo, but it's a little more like but then you see them start dancing and start like going back and doing some dances that they knew in their lifetime, which is mostly Middle Eastern dances. While you're performing, I will say, Greg, you are. Hold on. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. So you were drinking, and you're not getting really drunk out of this. So you go to hit the. You go back and you just grab the elephant head. You go grab another elephant head, and you start smoking that elephant head, and it's not hitting the same, but it is very good still. And you start hearing music outside, and with your elephant head, you can go look and see that the crowd of 15 has turned to a crowd of 30, and you see most of them dancing. But you don't see... Yeah, it just looks cool. But I will say, if you want to look and see a little bit more information, go ahead and roll in perception. What?
14.
What's going on?
My little sister is playing a game.
Congratulations, little sister.
Nice.
14. Let's see. Let's see here. Stealth is dexterity based. Yes. So 13. Yeah. You see, suddenly in the crowd through this dancing, there's this frog figure that isn't dead, that just is dancing and then falls on his ass, and and kind of hops back up and starts like dancing again, but he's very much like standing on his feet. And you look and see he's not really dead. He looks very much alive. You also will say, when you look at this frog, you start noticing it's... Like, when you look at a frog, you imagine a frog to be green because it's been very much in, like, water or swamps, and it becomes part of it. This frog is very much grayer. It looks like it's been in the sun for a lot longer. And it seems like it looks a little bit gray/orange-esque, like sand. And you even... Actually, hold on. Yeah, no, still. You actually start to see it suddenly sort of shift into the camouflage with the floor, but you still are able to see it with that high perception, with that perception check.
As Greg, I guess, not completely.
No. You shrug off the pain. You shrug it off. You don't feel anything yet. Okay. Unless you hit it again. Unless you hit it again.
I guess still racking his brain, trying to remember why that would be so suspicious. I got it. That frog is.
You go outside of the bar and go to the crowd. Okay. We'll get back to you. Cora, you are playing your music and you are killing it. Oh, actually, holy shit. I just realized this guy has +3 to stealth. So he should have been able to. You know what? It meets a pizza. It's fine. You are playing your music. You roll me a perception check.
Not good. That's a 4.
Yep. Don't add anything to it.
Let's see. Tell you what, with my luck blade rapier, I'm gonna re-roll.
Got it. Go ahead.
All right, 18.
Better. You actually, as you are playing your music, you note the frog as well. You note that the frog is actually blending in a little bit with the camouflage of the ground and the sand. But you also see right next to it are 2 cult members, just kind of like covering themselves in their robes, but also they seem like they've wrapped a bit of the wraps around them and over their face. But you are able to pierce through some of the missing holes and see that it is actually much brighter color than the mummies around them. And you pick up the 2 cultist members and the frog that they're with.
Okay, Cora's gonna leap into the crowd and try to crowd surf over there.
I will say, yeah, no, you're doing what? One sec, I want to check something out. All right, okay. But what is the strength of skeletons? You want to crowd surf. Okay, what is your... This sounds really shitty. I was gonna say, what's your weight? But, how do I account for if they don't fucking break and hurt themselves? Oh, wait, no. What's skeletons? Mummies.
Oh, yeah. I'm not sure.
Oh, there. Okay. Just tell me this. What is your strength?
My strength is 9.
Okay. They just have to get a 6 or above. I'm rolling because there's around 30 now. Just gonna see 10 people. It's like, just gonna have to get a 6 or above. Okay, so you are able to, you probably sing something like, "All right, everyone, I want to crowd surf," and you go into the crowd. The first set of mummies are surprised but ready, and they're able to push you along. But the next set of mummies, including the three escapees, notice this. They don't notice you coming towards you. They just think you're plague, and as they move forward, one of them wasn't prepared, and their arm snaps, and you just fall onto them and break their entire body, and just they're dead. Though that mummy died. There's now 29 mummies, and 26 mummies and 3 live people. But the mummies pick you up, and they don't seem to like be hostile. But they're just like you're playing still, like without missing a beat with that 28. You're fine. You're doing great. But you, what do you do now? You're not next to them, but you're still relatively like you're playing in the audience, and these mummies are around you, but you're not close to them. You're like around 5 feet or 10 feet away.
Gotcha. You know what? I'm gonna organize like a conga line to try to clear up some of this crowd, so I can make my way over there.
This is the part where I wonder if the conga roll another performance. Honestly, wait, no, persuasion. This is a persuasion because you've done so well in performance.
25.
Suddenly, yeah, this you just suddenly start walking in a line, and you get the mummy, and you grab the mummy's hands, and you put it on the thing and say follow me, and you do it, and then every single one, including the 3, start just going into conga line. Greg, at this point, you see everyone just kind of going in a conga line, and do you take another hit of the elephant's head?
Things are getting pretty weird.
Yeah, go over and roll me another con save.
18, baby.
You're fine still. This is weird, but not as weird as you expected. You're just chilling. You do have the option of joining the con line, though.
Can I pick up the frog?
You want to go straight and just pick up the frog?
I really-
So you just want to let you know, this frog is not small. This is an actual humanoid frog.
Size of a person?
So is a humanoid frog, the size of a person. Yes.
Frog 3-year-old? Or like
You wouldn't know. You just see a frog that's in a conga line with mummies around it.
if it's a frog, you can go ahead.
Okay, are you doing this stealthily, or are you trying to just be straight up?
You do stealth.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth check. Yeah, you don't see him. You can go ahead and, if you want to pick him up, roll. Actually, you know what? Sure, yeah. You just roll to hit. Roll the hit, just to grapple.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just because I feel like this is like a. Are you trying to? You're not trying to hurt them. You're just trying to pick them up.
Okay. Wait, what am I rolling for that?
Just sure to hit. I know, and then you can. It's like roll the hit, and if you hit, you roll contested strength.
I could just roll. Unarmed strike. I'm not really sure what you mean.
There's an option of like attacks you can make, and one of them's like grapple. Hold on. Action in combat. Oh no, that's not it. Wait, hold up. What the fuck? That's weird. Why wouldn't it? Maybe it's Actions in combat. Attack, cast a spell, dash, disengage, dodge, grapple, help, hide, improvise. Yeah, so you can grapple.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got a point.
Okay, they're going to roll acrobatics to get out of this. They have a +1. We rolled a 14.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't. You are able to just go, like, stealthily. You are able to just walk up stealthily and pick up this fucking frog. And as you do, you just see them look at you like,
Calm down, little frog.
He's gonna attempt to escape. He failed miserably.
So awesome.
You're dragging him towards where are you dragging him?
Going. Doing this stuff. Okay.
Because just letting you know, you are very much in the middle of you picked up him up in the middle of the conga line. The conga line got split in half.
We're going to the inn. We're going to.
So okay, you go to pull him to the inn. Sorry, give me a moment. Oh shit, it's about to. And as you do so, fuck. And as you do so, right behind you, Cora, you see that Greg just pick up this bullywug and try to walk away as he's struggling profusely. And as he's doing so, one of the fake mummies sees this and just in common, just you hear, "No, my friend!" And he goes out to try and to touch Greg. And hold on a second. He's going to go ahead and touch Greg. He's going to make a spell attack. Does the 21 hit?
Yes.
Okay. You are going to take. God damn it! What the fuck? Okay. So you suddenly feel your hand. You're going to take. Oh shit! 14 points of necrotic damage. As suddenly this guy grabs you and he says, "Let go, my friend!" And you feel a dark pulse of like deep necrotic energy from the depths of hell itself. And you let the bully will go. At this point, I'm gonna need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy. Okay.
22.
Okay.
17.
Alright, let's see here. 6. And he's gonna do 18. Alright. What did you guys get?
22.
Okay, and you got 17? Alright, good to know. Actually, you know what? Fucking shit. I forgot to, I'm gonna restart this. Okay. Cora, you are up first, and you have just seen Greg get blasted with necrotic energy and drop the frog. as one of these fake people comes out of the conga line and touches him.
Okay. I'm going to grab my broom out real quick and try to fly over there.
Repeat that one more time.
I'm gonna grab my broom and try to fly over there.
That's your action. I mean, it's really close by, so you don't. I would say you don't need to.
Oh, I don't need it.
And
Okay,
since you
to
are
get over the crowd.
since you are the lead of the conga line,
I'm gonna bring the whole conga line.
I guess I'll use my I'll move over there, including the conga line in tow.
okay. So you move the conga line in tow. It's around 10 feet away, easily. 15 feet, I'd say. God.
Gotcha.
It's raining outside, and there's just this poor dude that's just walking in the rain.
Oh no.
But yeah, besides the point, what do you want to do?
Let me see. I'm going to, I guess, cast, let's see. I guess I'm gonna do a thunder wave real quick.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah.
Or would that kill all the mummies?
Yeah. But it'll hurt them. It won't kill them. That being said, go ahead if you want to throw Thunder Wave. What do they need to do? And who are you aiming it at?
I guess the two cultists.
So one of the cultists is still in the line. They haven't moved yet.
Oh, they haven't moved. They're still in line.
One's
Okay.
still in the line. And as you move along, you move the cultist along. But there's right now Greg, Bullywug, and one of the cultists there, just like in this like little thing.
Actually, tell you what, I can see Greg in the polywog, right? Am I next to him?
You can move up to them, yeah.
Okay, can I grab a hold of them and cast darkness?
Who? Who?
Yeah, well, it'll cover the area. Greg and the polywog, so we can hide.
Go ahead.
So actually, read up darkness. Can you see if with dark
You
vision?
can't, but if I have hold of them, we can just blindly run. No, you can't with dark vision. Nobody can see
Okay,
anything.
so you grab Greg, and you cast darkness.
Yes.
Okay, describe for me how do you cast darkness using your new warlock powers?
As she starts summoning this spell, speaking in a language you don't know, Tressa temporarily changes back into her genie self and casts a spell.
Oh,
Like sort of behind her.
oh, we seem to be quite in a pickle. Don't you worry. Pop up, and suddenly, whoosh, darkness surrounds. How big is this sphere?
I think it can go 60 feet.
Do you want to do? Okay, 60 feet sphere as the entire square whoosh gets covered in this massive darkness, and the conga line stops, and suddenly everyone starts speaking a language you don't understand. You can hear them panicking, but you have hold of Greg. Do you want to do anything? Was that an action or a bonus action to cast darkness?
Darkness is my action. I'm going to use my bonus action to do bardic inspiration for Greg. So I'm just gonna whisper some words of like confidence in his ear.
Okay, what words do you whisper into his ear?
Greg, we gotta pull it together, man.
Okay, bardic inspiration. I think it's like a D6 still. Or
Yep.
yeah, okay, yep. Greg, you drop the bullywug, and suddenly Cora grabs your hand, and your vision goes black. But you do feel very inspired in this moment for some reason. Keep in track that you have a bardic inspiration. Is there anything else you want to do with your turn, Cora?
No, I think that's it I can do, right?
I mean, you still have some movement if you want to move.
I don't really want to, because I only have a hold of Greg. I don't have a hold of the frog, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna move him away in case he wants to grab him.
All right. Yeah. That being okay, Greg, it's your turn. You have been surrounded by darkness and you can't see anything.
Oh my goodness, this blows. I hate not being. Can I feel around to see if I can find the what'd you call it? A
Bullywug. But I will say this: you have a brief idea of where they are. You know that you acting before them, so you still have an idea. Oh, he just might maybe right in front of you, maybe just really close by. So you don't need to roll for that or feel around. You could probably like, you will be if you make any attacks on them, you'll be rolling with disadvantage. But that being said, um, with that being said, still just like you can still hit them.
Okay. Mainly. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to hit our bully friend.
Okay, go ahead and roll with disadvantage.
Simple strike. 2 hits then? Take a lower one.
Yeah,
That's a 7.
nothing extra to add.
That is with the.
Fucking yeah.
I rolled in that one. I meant
You missed terribly, but you still have a second attack.
to try it again.
Go ahead.
Okay.
That is exactly its AC. So you hit. Go ahead and roll for me your damage for your unarmed strike. Yeah. You miss terribly as you are in the darkness, and suddenly you just hear, and then you just take your palm and shove it in its face, like it. It feels like it's very much in pain. It didn't expect to get that much damage in a turn. Do you want to do anything else?
I think that. Nah, I'm good. Dude, I just wanted to pick up the frog.
Okay. Up next is the Bullywug's turn. The Bullywug feels like it just bleeding profusely from its nose, but you can't see that. Looks and realizes how terrifying this is. It knows it's in darkness, so he's gonna go ahead and jump 20 feet away and 10 feet high. So he's going to take a standing leap movement and is going to run away and attempt to stealth. Okay. He's 30 feet away and he jumped away. And he's going to make movement to run away. 20 feet. So yeah, still in darkness. Actually, no, it'd be 30 feet each side. Yeah. He gets out of the darkness and you don't see him anymore. He's escaped. You don't know where he is. That being the case, next up is the fanatic. He doesn't know what's the fanatic in the they're both in the thing, but the fanatic closest to you is going to try and he's going to just fucking hell, why the fuck does this do this? He's going to kind of feeling like there's about to be a fight. He's going to quickly touch himself and say, "May Kicker CP with me." Cast a spell. Cast a spell on himself. You guys can't see it. And then he's going to make a dagger roll with disadvantage. Does a 15 hit you, Greg?
Yes.
Okay. Just a d4. 5 points of piercing damage as he just slashes widely and it just pierces your sides. And you're like, ugh. The other cult fanatic is going to, in darkness, not know where to go. Kind of just heard Ribbit and runs 30 feet, or like the amount of time, and he's going to attempt to kind of do the same thing. He's going to cast a spell on himself and also roll to hit. Cora. Does a 17 hit your armor class?
Yep.
Okay. 4 points of piercing damage as he does the exact same thing, but this time he like hits you in the shoulder, not deep enough to hurt too terribly, but enough to be like, oh, he hit me, and now they have an idea of where you are. Now, Akora, it's back to your turn. Actually, before you do this,
Yeah.
you're gonna want a 20 on this die. Nope. Okay. Go ahead. Your turn.
Okay, Cora's gonna pull Greg along and book it for the sound of the ribbiting.
Yeah. Both fanatics are going to make attacks with disadvantage on you as you leave their area. That's going to be a 19 to hit. For one, you take 6 points of piercing damage. For the other one, yeah, that's going to miss. So one of them stabs you again and does 6 points of piercing. The other one just swings and misses terribly. You're dragging Greg with you. That's going to be half of your movement, which is 15 feet. Unless you're trying to also, you can make you're 15 feet if you don't decide to do some kind of cunning action. Or like dash, if you don't dash.
I'll dash.
So you get 30 feet out and out of the actual sphere of darkness. And you see around 30 to 40 feet ahead of you, the frog is right there. But it is very far away at this point.
How far away?
30, 40 feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast sleep on him.
You've already done. Is sleep a bonus
my
action?
bad.
You've used your action to
it's
dash.
not. Got you.
Okay. Do you have any bonus actions that you can make, or are you just gonna sit there?
Yeah, I'm going to cast. I think it's healing word I can do as a bonus.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How much are you healing Greg or yourself?
I'm gonna cast it on Greg.
Okay. Yeah. Let's say how much it is, and Greg, you can heal yourself for that. No, you're not rolling anything. Cora's rolling.
Sorry, it's me. 7.
Yeah, okay, so heal yourself for 7, Greg. And that's the end of your turn, Cora. Greg, it is your turn. This frog is 40 feet ahead of you.
Okay. I'd like to throw my spear.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and throw your spear at it.
Oh, I rolled a nat
20. I'm gonna be honest. What's the minimum amount of damage you can do with this?
Amount of damage? It says 2d8 plus 3.
With a spear?
It's either oh, that's if I.
To hit with the throne with the spear? Oh, so it's just 1d6 plus 2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, you're gonna double it. Describe for me how you impale this fucking frog.
Okay.
As he's about to take another stance to jump again. And by the way, are you trying to be lethal or non-lethal? Okay. Describe how you knock out / incapacitate the frog.
Alright, okay, seeing Frog getting ready to Greg last run. Here. Yes. Strength
With a nat 20 on your roll, the spear hits the mark and then some. It hits the leg and it rips it off of the frog's body. The frog isn't dead, but now it is legless. It's missing a leg and it is very much struggling to even walk. And you can feel itself starting to fall unconscious. The bullywug with only 11 HP is out of combat.
Well,
Is there anything else you want to do? You still have like a second attack. You still have a bonus action.
Is there anyone else?
You just
Is there anybody else?
no, it's just the bullywug that was running away. Both the cult members went and attacked you, or at least the people. There were just 2 people that suddenly attacked you and Selena and Cora. God, you have a bonus action. You use a bonus action.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, God. You know what? No, fuck it. That's your bonus action. You start to feel empathy. Fuck you.
I'm so sorry.
So the bullywug's unconscious and bleeding out. Actually, I'll make a death saving throw. It passes with a 10. Actually, no, I think that's a failure. Not a failure, it's a 10. So yeah, the cultists are going to run. Both of them run around 30 feet, and they see this, and suddenly get really angry, and they're going to both cast on both of you a spell by touching you again. I need both of you to roll for me a wisdom saving throw. Both of you pass. You see as they try to just lock down your body, you start to feel like your body, after you just threw your spear, you're just kind of like having a hard time moving, and both of you at the same time shrug off this influence, and they look at you very angry, and are gonna go ahead and take it, both make attacks on both of you. Greg does not get hit. Cora, you do get hit with a 16. And you take only 3 points of piercing damage as they go and slice across your chest. Very minimally, but it's like enough to do 3 points of damage. Cora, you're back up. They are now both cultists outside of... Actually, 19 and 20 is what you need. Nope, okay. Actually, no, 18. Yep, nope, that's fine. Go ahead. You should make your turn as usual. As normal.
Okay.
Both cultists are right there outside of the darkness.
The darkness, right. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to cast sleep on them.
Okay. Is there a save they have to make, or do you...
No, I don't see it. Hold on, let me look at it here. Oh, I see. So I gotta roll 5d8.
Yeah, okay. Roll 5d8. Do you cast it? What spell are you casting it at? Level.
It's second level.
Okay, so you add an extra 2d8. So I roll 7d8.
Yeah, that's 21.
Nope. You rolled 78?
78. Yeah, I got 21.
That's a terrible roll. Yeah, both of them just don't get a don't. It seems like they go slightly tired, but they wake up as they have more than 21 HP. So, is there
Gotcha.
anything else you want to do with your turn? By the way, did you waste your bardic inspiration? You don't. Well, I'd say within that,
think you've
you
used
can
it already.
you can choose to. I'll let because you rolled a nat 20. You didn't really need to use your bardic. You can just. I'll just say you keep that bardic because you would have rolled a nat 20. Usually, people add it on after they roll the d20. Just so, yeah, I'll let you take that back because that's probably your first. That's your first time actually using bardic and playing the game properly. But no, yeah. So, is there a bonus action you want to do?
So for a bonus action, I'm going to cast a buff on Greg. It's called Sanctuary. I just got it.
Okay. How do you? So what do you do when you cast Sanctuary?
Once again, summoning up the genie version of Tressa. She goes and she touches Greg, and the spell. Until the spell ends, any creature who targets Greg with an attack or harmful spell must first make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, they must choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
All right. As Tressa goes up towards you, Greg, they're like, "Oh, I can see why she doesn't want to get you hit," and just whips their like. You see a tail, but Cora sees her hand just scrape across your chest, and you suddenly feel like a presence of like safety, and then Tressa disappears and it's right back in your cat bed. All right, that's the end of your. Do you want to make any movement, Cora?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep continuing towards the frog.
The frog, okay. 40 feet. How far do you want to move?
I guess right up to it if I can.
Okay. Both of them see you leaving. Gonna take attacks of opportunity. Only one hits with a 24 or 23. So you only take five points. Oh no, 4 points of piercing damage. My bad. I'm gonna add one back. And you get 30 feet closer towards the frog. Alright. Greg, it is your turn. You now have the ability to, you have both of these, fuck. You have both of these, cult members right in front of you.
Okay. Right hook in the face.
Alright, go ahead. Which one are you hitting? A or B?
A.
Okay, go ahead and roll the hit. Their AC is... That's enough. Alright, go, roll your damage. Constitution save. They need to make a DC 10 concentration. They pass their concentration check. That's 4 damage. Oh, you have a second attack? Go ahead and roll that.
I'm gonna do the same thing.
Go ahead and roll that. Do you want to do anything with? I know you're a monk. Do you have any extra abilities you want to add on to that?
The bonus.
I think so. I believe that you can add it onto it as well, just like particular things.
Okay. Nothing special. I'm just gonna do a flurry.
Okay.
Again.
You should. I feel like you should be able to do some more things with, but we'll figure it out.
There are things I can do, but not as a.
Oh.
Also, patient defense.
Hold on. Let me check out your character. I don't mean to be like playing a character for you, but you have the ability to breath weapon. You also have flurry of blows, step of the wind. Maybe I don't have. Maybe you don't have. You can one of them make him fall prone. A stunning strike. and other. You have those. And you have all these key points. I don't see you using them, so I thought you would probably like to.
I kind of forgot about it. Actually,
you should really read your character.
I should. That's a good idea.
That's your homework.
Yeah.
That's fine. No problem.
Okay. I wanna
Okay. You hit one of your flurry of blows attack. I want to say he can just he'll just naturally. I'll say you just do that already. All right. With a rolling an 8 on the die, he falls prone. So, do not have advantage on, I think, on your melee attack. Alright. So roll your second hit.
It's a 9.
To hit?
To hit.
With advantage?
Oh, wait. Okay,
just no. You go and strike him prone on the ground, and you try to hit him, and he just moves out of the way. How many attacks does Greg have on turn? When he's you have 2 attacks per action, so you have a third attack too.
A third time.
You also have a +6 to hit, by the way. Are you really rolling that?
Oh yeah, I've been rolling the +6.
Okay, cool.
I got a 9.
All right. Well, good to know.
Third time, baby.
And one more. You have one more still, because it's still with advantage, so you're still prone.
40.
Okay, both those hit. Go ahead and roll your 1d6, the +3.
Ooh, 9.
Okay, so he needs to DC 10. He just passes his concentration check on his own. You do it a second time. This time, as he's about to dodge, you knock him back into his thing and palm his chest. And like, bruh! It just starts coughing up in like a coughing fit. But you've done 3 attacks on A. Do you want to make any movement? Bonus action was to attack a third time.
I think I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay there.
All right. Both Cult Fanatic A is going to take half of his movement to get up, and he's going to make a Honestly, doesn't know any better. Actually, hold on. Yeah, he doesn't know any better. He's going to make a attack roll on you. He needs to make a Wisdom saving throw of what, Cora?
Let's see.
Doesn't matter. It's a 20.
14.
Doesn't matter. It's a 20. So now he's going to roll to hit.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 16 on you, Greg, and he's going to roll a second time. He needs to roll with some saving throw a second time. That time he's going to fail. He's going to go and try and hit his cult member, and that's going to hit. So for you, Greg, you take 5 points of piercing damage, and for the cult member, take 6 points of piercing damage as he goes and manages to like get past through the sanctuary and hits you. It goes for a second time and just suddenly just gets his wisdom, gets confused and slashes towards the his cult member, slashing him on the throat, ruining his side robe. And the cult member looks over and is like, "What the hell?" And he's going to look over at Greg. Also have no idea what the fuck's going on. He's going to make a wisdom saving throw that hits you. That's going to be a 13. I believe that fails. So he's going to roll to hit the Cult Fanatic. That's going to hit that Cult Fanatic A. Actually, that was a terrible roll. Holy shit. Take 6 damage, and he's going to try and like slash back and like What? And then he's going to look at you. He's going to roll a second, try to hit a second time. Wisdom saving throw. He hits this time, so he doesn't. He passes the succession, and he hits with an 18 on the die. And you're going to take 6 points of slashing damage. He's rolling max every time. I'm rolling this D4. Well, Jesus. Yeah. He's like hitting you, and you're hitting him, and they're both going to start running after Cora. And they're going to move. One's going to move 15 feet, and one's going to move 30 feet. You have a reaction that you can take if you want to hit them.
You think I could try tripping?
Yeah, we could try and trip
Yeah,
you.
I want to do.
It's like a roll for attack, and I think you can make a trip attack. Actually, no, wait, I don't know. I think that's like a... You know what? I'm going to say that you can attempt to grapple or shove. Roll a shove attack, which is just your unarmed strike as they leave your area. And they'll have to roll a dexterity saving throw equal to your dex with a DC 12. Oh, just roll a 10? Yeah, no, that doesn't hit. You go and hit. You go to try to swipe the legs, and they jump over you. They're both now 30 feet. One 15 feet and one's 30 feet towards Cora. Cora, one is right on you, and another is 15 feet away from you. And Greg, you are currently at the edge of the darkness. Cora, it is now your turn.
Okay, are there any...
Hold on, actually, you want a 16 or higher. Natural 20. As you are about to take your turn, you suddenly hear this horn. And out of nowhere, you know some of the mummies rush out of the darkness, and they're in a different type of garb. These look like royal guards, and they're running towards 3 mummies come running out towards the cult members, and they're going to attempt to make grapple checks. Roll for me. These guards add +2. Roll for me strength checks, and I'm gonna roll for these fanatics.
All right, and you said +2 on that?
Yeah.
17.
And one more.
And
Okay, so one of them is able to grab the one that's 15 feet away, and grab him and restrain and hold him still. The other one, that was a tie, so we're gonna roll that one again. Roll for me one more.
22.
Yeah. You see them locking together and get really close, and then suddenly this mummy with incredible strength somehow flips the other one over and holds him prone on the ground. And he's restrained and prone. Cora, it's now your turn. One of the royal guards coming up right towards you, and the bullfrog.
Okay, so everybody's grappled, basically.
Except the bullfrog, who is currently bleeding out on
Right.
the floor.
I guess I'm gonna cast healing on him.
Yeah, so you cast a healing word. How much do you heal?
Five.
Alright. The bullfrog heals back up to 5. Still very much like bleeding from the leg, but it's now legless, one leg. But it wakes up and looks at you as you're casting healing. It looks confused, but also terrified as the mummy right behind you comes and just grabs it by his throat and lifts it up and holds it in a grapple. And I will say, because of that, as all 3 of them are grappled, combat is officially over.
Woo!
In a couple of minutes, you see these mummies. While they're like, I don't have to roll it. These the frog, the bullywug, It's very much almost immediately restrained. Not with the they seem the mummies, once they restrain them, they start chanting something, and over time the bullywug starts to go sleepier and sleepier and sleepier, and just go into like a pass out. And then shortly after, the cultist members seem to do the exact same. And then there are some stretchers that are brought out towards the cultist members and the bullywug, and they're transported back towards the pyramid, where they will be re-put back in a much more dangerous prison. But that being said, you and Greg are standing there after, and you've seen all this happen. Now, what would you like to do?
Go get a drink and then tend to our wounds, I guess. Because we're, pretty dead.
I mean, what else are you? This level.
Right?
Yep. You guys go back to the... I don't remember what the inn is called. Do you remember what the inn was called?
No. I know I wrote it down somewhere.
Yeah, I wish I wrote it down. It was a really nice inn too, like the mummy inside, the mummy and me.
Yeah.
Under I'll say if it's not under wraps in, I'm just we won't. I'll say it's under wraps in, but it's probably something else, and I was really clever with it. I'll figure that out for next time. But you guys go back to the under wraps in. Greg still had Greg. I believe you left your elephant's head in the store before you left. So it's still there waiting for both of you, as well as a glass of water.
That was so bad, right? Like
For real.
A very big swig of the water.
Yeah. This water, surprised, it actually tastes very refreshing. It's almost like as if this was recently chilled. And this is that's the strange thing for you to be in a place where it's mostly desert. Now there's suddenly a lot of chilled water, and you don't know how this got here, and you're a little confused.
How?
Do you know where
I'm sorry?
did this water come
I was told to give it to you after your wonderful performance out there with getting those prisoners. By the way, I hope you remembered my name. I'm a very important character, a person here. My name is Dungus.
Of course,
Yes,
Dungus.
very much.
Never
Thank you.
forget it.
I'm glad you guys remembered. Some people don't seem to remember my name after a bit.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Just
Those
name
people.
like-
I mean, I may be a mummy, but come on, like, look at me. I think I look the prettiest out of everyone here. Let's be honest here.
Most definitely.
Anyway, besides the point, I was told by the wonderful general, by the Petamenapkata, to give you some wonderful cold water we only keep for special occasions, as you both have done your fair share of wonderful work. He has also requested your appearance as soon as possible, though I understand the way you look like you got pretty much fucking shit on.
Yeah, we'd like to freshen up first if we could find a room and just, clean up ourselves.
Well, thankfully, don't worry, the rooms are taken care of here. I will say that he only did want to get this finished tonight, as it is currently about to be sunset. So if you take an hour to yourselves, get refreshed, that's the water's on the house, that elephant's head on the house. Just enjoy for an hour, but the meeting has to happen tonight. Unfortunately, we can't wait till tomorrow. I don't know why I got this heartburn all of a sudden. I feel like shit. You think when you're a mummy you don't get heartburn. It's a fucking lie. It makes it worse. Shit.
Sounds about right. Drink some of this water.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I can't drink water. I will fall apart.
Oh, well, can't help it.
Well, I appreciate the concern. But anyway, I won't say we have rooms, but I will say that we do have, but the Under Wraps Inn is here for you. You're welcome to lay down on the wonderful, wonderfully vibrant pillows and carpets, and you look at them and they're like decaying and molding and kind of lost their color. But they're extremely comfy.
Do you happen to have a washroom? A bath would be nice.
A bath? We don't have that much water. We only have like special amounts. Well, we wash. Well, usually us mummies don't really wash, and if we do, we just rub around in the sand. Because, sand is like a very clean material. You can just pick it up and rub it all over you, and it takes all the smell and the dirt away. Which is great.
Is there like inappropriate place to wash oneself?
No. You can wash the sand wherever you want.
Right.
All right.
Or is just gonna cast disguise self.
Okay.
Make herself look royalty presentable.
You just cast disguise self to make yourself look hot and a presentable. Okay, but you guys take a short rest. I will say, you guys can take a short rest. You can expend any hit dice you need to recover. You also can, if you have any abilities that needed a short rest to recover, you can recharge those. But, yep, what's up?
Okay, so the cleaning, is that what's taking up short rest, or could I do?
You can do something with this hour on top of the cleaning.
Can I attune myself to my belt?
Yes, you absolutely can. Does it take an hour?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so hold on. I need to pull up this fucking. Belt of Dwarven Kind. You requires attunement. Fuck, I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember. I wish they said it. Yeah, 50%. Okay. I'm just trying to look. Is there an actual rule? I'm trying to see how long it would take to attune. Does it say how long it would take for you to attune to this?
Not on my pager.
God, I'm trying to. Sorry, I don't mean to take your time, guys. Just.
Is attunement just the same for every item?
I don't. I feel like some is different.
Okay, because I was gonna say I saw online it says 1 hour. Like spend a short rest 1 hour practicing with the item.
Is it something is it general? Then yeah, no.
It's just a general.
If it says it generally, then yeah, no. In your short rest, by the end of it, you feel like you've attuned to it. So just to talk to you about some of the cool things you got now, your Constitution now has been increased by 2 for a maximum of 20. You have advantage on charisma checks, mostly persuasion. made to interact with dwarves. If you are a dwarf, you have now advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. You have dark vision out of a range of 60 feet, and now you can speak, read, and write Dwarvish. And as you put this on, I want you to roll me a d20.
Okay.
You want an 11 or higher.
I got a 16.
As you get attuned to this belt, your face starts to feel itchy. And as you scratch, you start feeling a little bit of hair as scruff starts to form on your face. It is not fully developed. It's actually very minute. You can feel a little bit of hair. But you feel like this will be many, many, many days of many d20 rolls per day to grow your beard. But you are in the process of growing a dragon beard. A dragon beard.
As he feels the hair, dragon.
It looks much shorter than mine, but like, I will say like it can be whatever you want. It can just be a neck beard. It can be start the mustache as well. You can describe your beard.
Luxurious. A handlebar much.
Actually, it says that you have a full growing a 50% chance each day at dawn. But so growing a full beard. But honestly, I feel like it would be funner just to do it like it'd be funner if it was like just once a day, and you have to like pass like 5 times to make a full beard. But then after a bit, you have to it'll just keep growing. Okay, well there you go. Congratulations, Greg. You have finally attuned to your belt of dwarven kind when you could have done that like many days ago.
This is like the one thing I wanted to do. I started reading the beard.
So now you have a 15 constitution instead of a 13? Congratulations. Hell yeah. Good job. But... Alright. With that being said, Greg and Cora, both of you are now, after an hour, you are escorted back to the top of the pyramid where Pet Amen Nebkata is waiting with a delightful smile and is looking at both of you and says, just like shifts his vocal cords. Thank you so much, and you've worked fast. Within an hour, they have already been apprehended and put back to sleep for their resting, to be put back into their chambers. I'm quite impressed, honestly. Who are you two? I know that you've told me your name, but who are you two?
Wait, did we give them our real names? I can't remember. Didn't we make up names? I can't remember.
You made up names.
Made up names, okay. Well, Cora's first gonna do a double take and look at Greg and then look a little closer, because she can't quite make out the beard, but sort of.
You just look over at Greg, and Greg's just like... He's just like... Hold on, just gonna... He doesn't notice anything. He looks at it, it's like... I'm sorry, is there something amusing about Greg? Sorry, about your friend? I don't remember his name either, so...
Never mind. Not important yet.
Wait, no,
No, what?
No, you wouldn't have noticed anyway, Greg.
Yeah. Alright. So...
Cora's trying to figure out how Dragonborns don't usually have hair, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are some Dragonborns that will grow
okay.
some beards, but like elderly. At least as far as I know, I think you can.
Okay. Because I was wondering if that would be unusual that she'd be like, how? What?
Hold on, I'm actually checking. Can they grow beards? Dragonborns typically can't grow beards, but magic can help. So yes.
Right.
So
So it is very unusual.
Weird.
Why, Greg? What unusual facial hair is sporting?
Oh, I wouldn't know what you're talking
so yeah, over time, so it's the start of a beard. And
Right.
I mean it can be whatever it is. So if he wants to have a little bit of like this, but it's mostly a mustache,
Right.
that it could be whatever beard it is, but it's in the process of developing. But
Gotcha.
you can tell, he can't tell.
Gotcha. Cora's gonna come clean, I guess, with the truth and try that out and see how that goes.
All right. What do you say?
Truthfully, sir, we're actually heroes and adventurers in a distant land. Our real names are Cora and Greg. Just first names. I don't think. Greg, do you have a last name?
Yeah, how old is this guy?
Roll a history
It
check
matters.
with disadvantage.
And it's history.
Yeah.
7. Okay.
You have no clue how old this guy is. I mean, you guys aren't even like from here. You have never heard of him before. You just stumbled upon his land, and suddenly you're trying to figure out how old a centaur mummy is.
Can I, like, eyeball?
Sure, eyeball it, bud.
Like, like 42, maybe? 42? 21?
Okay. What are you trying to say with that?
Very young, sir. You don't need to know my.
Fair enough. Cora's gonna kind of briefly describe, their battles with Kickrissy or what have you, but leaving out most details, just the basics, to kind of explain the cultists and all that.
So these cultists are the same cultists that you're fighting currently.
Correct.
I believe we did have this conversation earlier, before they escaped. About a way for you to get back home.
Yes, as soon as we can.
It can be possible to be done within the next hour or two. It's now currently nighttime. Not anyone else will be out in the square, so it is possible we could set up a portal we can set up a portal for you. After all, these members that you're talking about were planning on trying to set up a portal for possible trade in the future here.
Can we question them real quick? Because I'm trying to figure out why they're all the way over here when they need to be on a totally different continent for their spell.
We've asked them already, but they didn't seem to budge much. To be honest, when we were asking them before we imprisoned them, they seemed to say that they were looking for a red stone, which we have, and they actually, out of their chest, they pull this, like, the stone that's red and pulsing, and it looks very similar to the stone that you saw, Blakely Dark just have at the mansion.
Oh.
Well, they were looking for this, and we only have a couple of these, and these are what we refer to as soul stones. Some magic that some people use for different types of energies. It's used for transportation. In some cases, especially with undead, you take a so powerful soul and put it in this stone, and then you can power the teleporter or some sort of highly arcane artifact. But make sure you don't put that in your body, or else you will be shunted from this reality into a different world. 'Cause God knows how many worlds there are.
You happen to know what kind of instead of you.
Oh, well, this is just a storage unit. I am, after all, dead.
Of course, that's right.
Right.
Give me for asking.
Of course. I mean, look. In my 420 years of being undead.
Wait, huh?
Yeah.
How many?
420.
Oh my god, I was way.
Well, you thought this was a recent thing?
Greg, you can't just ask a mummy their age.
Do you think mummies are able to suddenly arise to become a lord or like a leader of their community in 20 years? Think again. Besides the point, we have a couple of these. This is only one. This is the one that I currently have on me, my person, which I'm willing to part with because of your wonderful, because of you're wanting to stop this cult.
Yeah, for sure.
I
think everybody does.
When we first talked with them, they seemed like decent people until we learned that they wanted to instill this belief of a demon onto our mummified community, which is ridiculous. Ridiculous, honestly. I mean, look, we're mummies. We're kind of undead creatures, but we have our own society. We don't need to go through an entire another society of a demon that should be brought to existence because of it. And the people didn't like them in the first place. Those humans, they were pretty racist. They were doing like, oh, I got your toilet paper, and just like totally like pulling the wraps and doing like this weird shit we never seen before, and it was very offensive. Then on top of that, whenever one of the mummies tried to speak to them, they just and we had to arrest them. I'm sorry, we had to just arrest them. They were assholes.
Fair enough. Humans suck now.
Yeah, both the humans were terrible.
Or nods in agreement. Being a tiefling, she's not really fond of humans that much. Or racist humans.
In that respect. Well, but yes, of course, we can obviously have you talk to them. I don't see why you shouldn't. After all, we do need to find out where exactly they wanted to get this portal in the first place, and they don't want to talk to me anymore because whenever they do see me, they just start screaming.
Let us, we'll interrogate them on your behalf.
Well, thank you. I will get the teleporter ready. Within 2 hours, it will be ready in the middle of the town. And we will then set it up wherever these people want it to be set up.
Right on.
No, I will hold on to the stone because it's very important for the teleporter.
Of course, okay.
Don't worry, I held up my deal. I'll hold up my deal, and now you're going to hell. And you will do me another service for this. So, that being said, and both the guards once again come up behind you, and they just lead you towards deeper into the pyramid. They lead you to this little alley that goes deeper down to the bottom of the pyramid, and you approach the prison. Hold on, I want to get more music. I feel like this is just not the right music. Okay. So, you guys approach deep down into the prison. You gotta go deeper into it goes down into the prison, and when you walk in, this prison is very different from your standard prison. You see as you're walking through a lot of different forms of prisoners. I see a lot of mummies that are kind of just hung onto the wall by their hands, kind of look up at you and growl. Some of them are kind of just tucked in a corner, kind of rocking back and forth. There are some that are kind of in their things, just conversing and talking. You also see a couple of other interesting little prisoners. You see a prisoner of this very elderly fish folk that's just lying on his back and doesn't seem to be moving. You pass that by. You walk by and you see a little child that's just kind of kind of standing there with a little stick, like a bone that's kind of carved out, and just looks at you through the bars and kind of turns his head. And if you could see a mummy smile. But you guys approach, and slowly, you actually pass by as well. Bullywug. Turns out, you guys see that the Bullywug is in a different cell of the two cult members. The Bullywug is currently breathing, but they have wraps around their one leg that has been removed. And you guys get towards the two cultist members who are still asleep on the floor of their prison cell.
Gotcha. Can I check to make sure they're definitely like asleep?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a medicine check.
Nat 20.
Yeah. You can tell with a nat 20. Not only could you tell that they're asleep because of a magic spell, but you can also tell that they haven't been healed since the fight. You also can tell that they will only really be. They seem to be just. They were roughed up a little bit during their sleep, but they weren't. They're not on death's door, but they are hurt.
So Cora's gonna lean in real close to Greg and say, "Hey, we're gonna talk to the frog first, since he's up, and he might be a little more receptive since I healed him. And then we'll wait to talk to these guys since they're out. So one at a time, sort of."
Right. Go ahead then.
Don't suddenly. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't expect this. You hear like bells are ringing as you. These bells ringing on the outside, kind of a signification of something. Doesn't seem to be. The guards don't seem bothered. It seems like, if anything, a little excited by it. And you walk towards the Bullywug, and the Bullywug is asleep. What do you say to the Bullywug?
Hello there. Just kidding.
It doesn't respond. It's still laying down on its back.
Are we allowed to go inside with the prisoner? This is a question for the guards.
Oh, the guards look at you, and they're like, this isn't a cult member.
Go in.
So, is that a yes or no?
Yes, you can go in, but this isn't a cult member. This is the frog.
Well, I mean, they're friends, right? So I just wanted to see what they knew.
No, that frog had nothing to do with this. I mean, they were a part of it, but they had nothing to do with the cult.
Oh, so they wouldn't know anything?
No, I mean they just escaped with them. But the cult members are in there. Oh, the frog is also unconscious right now, as it was very much maimed.
I'd like to ask him a question, see what he was involved in all this.
Okay, sure. They open the door for you, and you go in. The frog is asleep.
She just kind of like nudges him a little bit, see if he'll wake up.
As you nudge him, you're just like, he's just staring and starts like screaming and just like trying to run away from both of you. Just like, starts coughing. coughing.
I don't talk to him.
I don't think so. I just realized I also don't have a language check for the frog. I don't think. Would I know the frog language? Be able to understand it?
No, you don't understand Bullywug.
Alright, she's just gonna sort of, like, comfortably, like, hush him and kind of, like, comfort him down to calm
Roll
him down a little bit.
me a persuasion check with disadvantage. I also have no clue why the hell Alyssa's just joining and leaving every time. I have no idea why she's joining and leaving every time.
11.
It takes a little long, but eventually he does calm down to where he's not screaming. It doesn't feel like you're gonna hurt him anymore.
She's going to hum just a little tune that might sound like it's reminiscent of water or something to kind of like make him feel better as she backs out of his jail cell.
I will say with an 11, that does help a bit, but it's not gonna stop him from being terrified of you. But he does stop screaming. He just starts coughing a lot.
Well, that was unhelpful.
We still have the cult members over here.
Of course. So she goes to sort of nudge at them too to wake them up.
Both of them wake up kind of groggily and then look at you, and their eyes widen. It's like, and they're trying to move their arms. Their arms, they realize, are like kind of chained to the bed. And they're like, "What is this? Let me go! Let me go! Shouldn't be here!" And the door behind you closes.
I'm going to cast Charm Person on them. And I think it's 2 targets I can get at this level.
And what's your wisdom save?
14.
That's a natural 18 and a natural 20. Jesus. Both of them don't seem to take it. You kind of try one, and they're just like, my will is too strong. But then the other one is like, my will is stronger! And they are unaffected.
I guess Cora's gonna try some reverse psychology. Oh, Greg, what are we gonna do? I think they got us beat. I don't think we can stop the Wanderers of Kickersea, do you?
Greg clearly not picking up on any of it. What they can't do anything. They just failed at
No.
charm. What are they gonna do?
Clearly, the cult is way too strong and too powerful. How are we ever gonna stop their ritual? And she starts pretending to cry.
Wait, why are you crying? Isn't this all that? I mean, we're gonna die if we don't. You know that.
She kind of nudges him.
Roll an insight check, Greg.
Yeah, okay.
22? You realize that she is trying really, really hard to hint at you that she's trying to play reverse psychology. I will say with the 22 as well, I rolled for both of them. One of them is suddenly like really excited, like, wait, that's it? The other one looks like not pleased that they're trying to get reverse psychology right now. So it's partly working for one. It's working for one.
Gotcha.
It's not working.
She's like, if only we could just join their side, that maybe we might survive all this.
Realize we've seen their will. Really, nothing else we can do.
Now hold on 1 second. Wasn't the dragon fucking a minute ago not having a beard?
Just ignore
You noticed.
Yeah, and hey, look, if you want, get me a little. If you want, let me actually see it a little closer. Let me see it. Let me get a little closer, and I could really admire it from up close.
They're very delicate.
No, come on, it's gonna be fine. I won't hurt it. I promise.
Oh my gosh. The beard. No, I think Greg's back there with his beard. But more importantly, it'd be really, really great if we could join you guys on your ritual and maybe get out of here. We could probably take a stone and go.
Go ahead and roll for me a deception.
Oh, that's a 6.
Natural 20. Yeah. They look at you as soon as you're about to say join and be like, yeah, right. We know you guys. Right? Right, Jeremiah? Yeah, Jeffrey. These fucking idiots, they think that we're gonna sneak into our organization after we know after we've seen you literally murder our demon in office.
You know, potato, potato. That's what happens these days. You know, I mean, adventurers.
They never came back from the wharf of social. He always comes back from the wharf. He always comes back from anything. He was one of our best commanders in demons in office. And now he's dead. Because of you.
Yeah, I don't think that was us. I don't think we were there.
Don't play coy. The Knights of Greebo was praised that day.
Lots of Greebo.
Who the fuck names their cat Greebo? We've heard the rumors. Someone named their cat Greebo. Who was it? What is it? What's the name? What is it? Warlock Holmes named their cat Greebo? Yeah, Jeremiah, the fucking warlock that's an undead dude that's 8 different personalities in their head. What a loser, am I right? These guys suck. No, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. That guy sucks. He legitimately just doesn't know how to take care of himself, so he needs 8 other people to take care of himself. At least we support one deity. That dude supports 8 different ones in his mind. Talk about delusional. Am I right, idiots? Roll me insight with that.
Who's rolling insight?
Both of you if you want.
Okay.
Oh, we'll get to that. 23. They're scared shitless. They're trying really hard to get you so mad that that you will attack them, and then the guards will come in and get you rid of you. They're everything they're saying is just spewing you to try and egg you on. It's never actually they're not actually believing it. James, I love you. I'm not actually shitting on your character. I promise.
As much as Cora would love to defend Warlock Holmes right now, she's trying to still pretend to get in their good graces. So, you know what? Horrible people, horrible times, but you know, we're not them. You know, we're their the smaller group. They took our name, took our fame, and just kind of went on without us. You know, we're the ones who came up with the idea originally, but
oh yeah, well, what's your group name then?
Knights of Greebo. I mean, my cat's name's Tressa Trebo. You know, it's the same thing.
So you two are the Knights of Trebo?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he rolled a natural 20. He's just I don't believe a single thing you guys are saying. You're not getting anything out of me. You're gonna have to take it out of my dead fucking brain. The mummies actually look at you to look through the bars. Did they say dead brain?
No, didn't say that.
Okay. They walk back out.
Greg gets closer. I can show you guys something. It will blow your minds. So it's
Lord.
That's a 2. Yeah, you know what? One of them's like, oh yeah, okay, show me. What is gonna blow my mind?
Greg pretends to remove his thumb. The little thumb magnet.
That's going to totally just what the foe. It's just a thumb trick. You guys suck. Hold on. No, both of them passed on a 16 insight check. No, they're just like, dude, I can do that. If you fucking unhinge my hands, I can show you.
I've got one last idea. I've got one last idea. Greg reaches into his backpack, shuffles around, pulling it out, feels, little tiny dog. What does this make you think?
Roll me. Look, this is the last thing I'm gonna make you do because honestly, they're not believing you. But you pull out a dog. Now, how do I make a? I'm gonna be honest. Just roll a d20. Don't add anything to it. You have to beat a fucking 14.
Got a 16.
They're like, oh yeah, right. What else could be a puppy? Suddenly, like they're like, oh my god, that dog is so cute. He's so cute. I love him. But I can't move there. I'm like, I want to hold puppy. No, I just don't hate you guys as much now.
Oh, you like cute animals? And Cora grabs Tressa and says sorry and just shoves her like right up front.
In your mind, as you grab Tressa, like, oh, no. You know you could be much kinder with me. I am a cat.
Sorry.
Okay.
Look, cute animals. We're nice people. Cute animals.
That's a 7 and a natural 1. Yeah. They're like, cute animals! Oh, I wish we were in prison earlier! This is amazing! But we still don't want to tell you what's going on. The mummy is just looking and be like, they are very cute animals, but we are losing time. That is the halfway point. You have a couple of minutes, one more hour. Do you need us to help? We have a way to extract information. Though it is pretty final. Well, we have a way of extracting information, yes. It doesn't matter if they're alive or dead.
Where, these guys, where do they seem like they're from? Like, can I do a history check to see, like, their identity or anything?
You can roll a history check, sure, but... I mean, you just know they look like regular cult members. They don't look anything special. But roll...
17?
I'd say with the 17, you get the inkling that they seem to come... They definitely seem to come from... They definitely come from around... How well traveled is Cora?
Pretty well. I mean, I imagine she's been to most of the main continent.
You definitely look, and you see that these people look like they're from Terralu. But you also note that they seem to have some... they seem to have a little bit of Aylesbury connection. Like, they seem to have been raised in Aylesbury, which makes sense, because the Aylesbury is where the Wanderers of Kickersea, where they said kind of started, along with the Thieving Hand Guild. But it's kind of, but there's no real knowledge about the Wanderers of Kickersea that just suddenly appeared. But you see that like some Aylesbury like kind of lineage that could be in there. But they definitely think Kitcherness area.
She's going to try to pull out a old sort of childhood local sort of tune, just something about flowers and trees, just something that might invoke a feeling in them. Just something with her lute, just an acoustic kind of song. To try to impress them or charm them or something.
Sure. They have advantage on charm rolls, so I'm gonna roll, if you want, roll performance. It's a natural 18 on the die. So I'm gonna say that's like 20, that's like 18, and then other one's a 12. 18?
15.
One of them seems to just like pick up the song and start singing along, but is immediately snapped out by the other guy who's like, "Stop! They're trying to trick us. Why are you so easy to fall for, Jeremy? Come on, we need to stay strong for Kickersey."
Has it been Jeremy that's been failing the whole time?
Yeah, Jeremy's been failing. Jeremiah's been the very easy one, the very stoic one, but Jeremy's like not really been like kind of been falling through and kind of like just been having to have the slack picked up by Jeremiah.
Jeremy, do you like how he treats you? Is he a good friend?
Yes, of course he's a good friend. We are cult members. We grew up together. Yeah.
He seems to be really raining on your parade.
Well, that's because he just knows that I struggle with just paying attention and focusing on the task at hand. He's a really good friend of mine. We grew up back in Terraloo, and we actually kind of also moved together to Aylesbury at the beginning of our teenage years, and we were up to all sorts of. Jeremiah's like, "Shut the fuck up, Jeremy! You're gonna tell them our life story now."
Hey, I get it. I'm from Aylesbury originally. That's where I started performing. Cora, the famous traveling Cora. I don't know if you know me.
Never heard of you. And honestly, if I did, I probably wouldn't show up. And Jeremiah says, "I wouldn't show up because honestly, you're a fucking devil bitch, and as much as we support Kickersey, we don't like you."
That seems really counterintuitive, hypocritical, but you know, whatever. She's kind of like,
Yeah, but you know what? Kickersey is in the lesser demon like you. They are one of the biggest demons out there. They are so powerful and strong. They got not only horns on their head, but they got horns on their arms and horns on their sides. They got legs, horns. It's like, and honestly, they can do way more cool shit than you. You're just a. I'm not gonna say mistake, but they kind of insinuate that you were put here by accident. Kind of. Roll a wisdom saving throw for me, actually.
oh Lord.
14.
Yeah, that's a 3.
These words are getting to you. And over time you're like, okay, they insult my family, my friends, they insult Warlock, they insult my family, they insult the place I'm from. And then they go into and it's like you can build it up. And then they insult you and your lineage and what you've lived with for the rest of your life. And Tressa is actually coming up to you. It's like, Cora, I need you to please slow down. You're getting angrier. I don't know what I can do to help. And suddenly you in your head, just fucking kill them. And you want to kill them. As the bells ring, what does Cora do?
I'd say she just hauls out and punches the crap out of him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll for attack. Are you trying to hit both of them?
Just Jeremiah for now.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and roll twice and see if you hit. You have to hit an armor class of like, you have advantage because they're prone and restrained.
16.
Yeah, that hits. One more. This is an unarmed strike, by the way. You're not using your dagger.
Right. 13 on the other one.
Yeah, that hits. That was their AC. You just take you clench your fist and you go up to Jeremiah as he's insulting you and you just start punching. What's your damage die for unarmed strikes?
There's nothing added to it, right?
I think that it's either like it's a standard or it's like a damage die. Let me see for your character.
It says bludgeoning?
Yeah. But do you have to roll or is there like a set number? Okay, let me check.
You look, yeah. Oh, it's a +1 to your strength modifier.
Yeah, for Cora, it is 0.
Right, so it's not a big hit.
Yeah, so I will say, Cora, you're punching them and it's not doing any damage.
Beautiful.
And it's making you angry. Roll another wisdom saving throw.
3 again.
It's not working. And you're punching, and Jeremiah's like, "Oh, is that all you can hit? Is that all you can hit? I thought you lesser demons were able to hit harder." And you hear in your head again, "Just fucking kill them, Cora. Just do it."
I think she's still kind of fighting back, so she's gonna go with vicious mockery instead. Just something lighter, but also harsh.
Okay. What do you say?
She just lets out a bunch of nonsensical things like "you thrice accursed stupid ass bullshit, your fake ass religion, and your ugly ass club."
I think we need to take a step back.
Okay, dexterity saves. They have disadvantage because they're prone and restrained. That's our 20 and an 18. Holy shit.
Wow, nothing's working.
Yeah, dodges it. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you can't even hit me when I'm lying on the fucking floor." Roll me another wisdom saving throw.
7.
Actually, no, you do roll. They do roll half. So roll me 3d10 quickly.
3d10.
Yeah, and it is half.
16.
So 8. Yeah. You see, it's like, "Oh yeah, like those words can hurt." And he's like suddenly on fire, but he's like, "Yeah, it doesn't hurt as much as it does, huh? It doesn't really hurt that much. It really doesn't." And you just see, and what did your wisdom saving throw?
This time it's 15.
Yeah. You hear in your head, "Cora, fucking kill them. You want to kill them." You realize who's talking in your head.
And she just kind of closes her eyes.
But you also know, with a 15, that you have control over what happens next. You could kill him. Or you could just leave him. But this is your choice. Because will you prove him right or wrong? And you see Tressa in your ear saying, "Cora, please, he's coming. This anger is making him stronger. I need you to calm down before anything bad happens. Please, just, he's not worth it."
Oh my goodness. She just calms down. Just kind of sits down or up against the bars.
"I take it that you want him dead?"
No.
All right. Well, it is the bell is called and the portal's ready. I don't think I can offer you any more time. I'm sorry, but you need to leave.
Cora's gonna try to cast Charm Person one more time, this time just on Jeremy.
Okay. 16 on the die, his advantage. What's the DC?
It's 14.
Nope. It's not gonna do it. Even with the shock state of just seeing you like punch and then mock his friend, he still somehow catches it just in time for him not to be charmed. As you're leaving, just Jeremiah is just hurling insults about everything and at you. And you with a 15 barely pass. You don't have the urge to go back and finish the job. And your inner demon is subsided for the day. But both of you are able. You leave and you go back towards the throne room. You exit the pyramid. And then you get to the town square and you see Pet Amen there with the portal that's created, and it's not lit yet, but you do see there's the soul stone in his hand. He's like, "Welcome back. Have you been able to get any information from the prisoners?"
Sorry to say we failed.
That's fine. They're fucking assholes anyway. It's once they start talking about their bullshit, and they're a bunch.
Agreed.
Well, I will say we have ways of extracting information for you if you really need it. Or do you have an idea where you want to go? Even if it's not the direct area, we could probably put you somewhere closer. I don't want to make this based off of a rule. Because you guys have been told the plan plenty of times. You guys have known where the ritual site is. You guys know where everything is, what's supposed to happen. But you also threw the plan completely out of motion with you guys going through the portal. So it is, I'm going to say this, no rule. You guys have to decide where you guys want to go.
Okay. I guess we would probably naturally head to the nearest city to that ritual site.
If you want to look at the map, you can look at the map. I won't tell you not to look at the map.
So we look at Greg's globe.
Yeah, you guys look at the Greg's globe. You pull out Greg's globe from the bag of holding. He's like, and you see Petman is like, what is this? I forgot the music. Shit. Fuck.
About Aberdeen?
You want to head towards the abandoned town of Aberdeen.
Yes.
And that's where you think the ritual will happen?
Yes.
Very well. Then so shall it be. He takes this soul stone, and you see there's this little runic center that he surrounded this portal, and there's a little hole, and he pushes his hand. He takes a stone, and like kind of very forcefully, jams it into this section and pushes down, and he's chanting this long incantation in a language you don't understand. And you see the soul stone start to glow underneath his hand, and it's actually even the veins start to go all over his body, kind of glow this dark red, as from this soul, the runes around and the circle around glow and start to vibrate, so slowly start to show more and more and more color. It takes 10 minutes to do this, but by the end of it, he pulls up and the stone in his hand is completely dull. And it crushes it in his hands as suddenly this portal opens up right before you, very dark red. On the other side, Selena, as you see Warlock Holmes shunt out of existence, right behind the 6 members, a red portal opens up. Javier, Bosch, you see it too. Cora, Greg, Petamen says, "Go! You only have 6 seconds." Is there anything you want to say before you leave?
We thank you so much for taking such good care of us and for your wonderful delicacy of the animal head smoke. Maybe we will be back one day.
That was like 8 minutes.
You shut up. You're not even
I will say,
right now.
I will say, dramatic fantasy time stop. It's like everything you can say, you want to say now. He's like, Well, of course you're gonna be back. After all, nothing can beat our elephant smokes. And while we were doing business, this time, hopefully next time, it'll be much more leisurely, and we can actually have a conversation about ideals outside of this wonderful town of. He looks through his brain. Kapshnef. Which honestly, I need to change the name. When you think about it, it's a terrible. It's severely like just a weird name. I'll definitely change the name, and I will make sure to change that name of the inn, because it changes every time. Under Wraps Inn, it sounds fun, but I have to be sure if I actually like the name, and there's other people that like the name. He's kind of like holding his hand right in front of the portal as he's talking right now. Is there anything you want to say?
Is there any way I could get one of those stones next time?
Tell you what. He takes the remnants of the dull gray stone and puts it in your hand. Use it well, bud. Now go sit. Now go and destroy this cult.
Right
So
on.
Also, we only have a second, so you should jump right now.
We jump.
Okay. And with that, you guys jump, and almost instantly, you guys feel yourself shunting out into a completely different time zone. You and Cora, completely in different sections, still see each other through these ley lines as you're shunting through an entire half of the world, leaving behind the home of Kupshmith. After a incredibly weird and funny journey that happened on happenstance of wanting to save a friend. Hold on. But there's no real time to stop, right? Shall we? Because it takes the portal stays open for 6 seconds. And as it's about to close, Selena, you don't know what the hell is going on. Everyone there, all 6 of the members, are surprised what's going on as well. But just as it's about to close, you see as 2 figures. Oh, what the fuck? As 2 figures fly out of the portal and land right in front of the 6 leaders. You see Greg, a little exhausted, very sandy, has a little bit of stubble, and Cora, the new powers and a special glow in their eyes, and a cat bed behind their back. And that's where we're gonna end today's session. Alright. What's that? Uh-oh.
Woo! The gang's all back. We made it.
Man, you guys suck at interrogation. Holy shit.
Tried everything.
Do you like your balls?
That's a throwback.
Right.
That's a throwback.
See, we needed you there.
Yeah. Why did you have to be there?
Alright. Well, thank you guys for playing. James, Warlock Holmes will always be with us in this campaign. Hopefully someday you may join us back, maybe for a one-off time. But you can play your character in whatever other campaign you want, because it is safely alive and shunted into whatever other campaign you want to play in. Thank you guys for playing, and thank you guys for watching. I love you guys so much, even if for the few people that watch this. It's always been a pleasure, and I appreciate it. I will try next time to have a little bit more preparation. As always, I just improv the shit off my head, and it works out. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.